Today we're going to cover how to portion out the pink polka dotted monster, Opah. This is one of my favorite fish to handle on a daily basis. Typically, you receive this massive fillet.
This particular piece of Opah has been wild caught out of the waters surrounding Fiji and shipped straight to me. Here I am, I'm inspecting the fillet and I'm kind of mapping out how I'm going to portion it out. If the audio for the clip was turned up, you would hear me talking aloud and kind of like explaining everything. And here I'm deciding, is that tail half of the top loin going to be presented in the case upright, meaning skin side up, or is it going to be skin side down? Then the next decision is where to make the initial cut to separate the loins. Am I going to follow that center line on the upper half and make the steak shorter, or am I going to cut on the lower half and add a little almost like filet mignon to the end of the Opah steak? But for this particular cut, I've decided to go with the shorter steaks. They tend to present a little bit better and they hold up a lot nicer in the display case because everything was a lot more uniformed. Here I am, I'm kind of picking out a few little bones left over by the processing facility. And initially I was going to take this first steak off the top loin and give it to the kitchen for portions, but after this cut, it just looks so nice and I felt like I could follow this angle 3 to 4 steaks in and still have everything very presentable. Tap, tap, tap. That's typically the indicator that somebody is demanding my attention. So systematically I cut all 3 steaks off the loin. 3 or 4. I think I go with 4. Yeah, I go with 4. And then I come back and skin each individual steak. And I do this because if I try to skin the entire fillet whole, you tend to cut and hack the skin off. And you take a lot of meat and flesh with that. So I feel it's a lot easier to cut the steaks, put the tail loin in the case, skin on, because who doesn't like some polka dots on some pearlescent blue skin? It's so amazing. It's one of the greatest features of Opah for me. I get so excited. Ask any person I talk to. It is the pink polka dotted monster. I've sped this little section up because it is a little tedious, but it's just going back, cutting all the skin off of the 4 steaks, putting them in the case, getting them angled right, making sure all the scales are off, there's no extra little filaments or tendons left over from the whole fish.
Here's where I remove the center line from the rest of the fillet. The center line is basically made up of bone and tendon that spread out from the vertebrae to the skin. You definitely don't want to eat that, so what I do is I cut down to the skin and then do a half cut on the belly portion of the fillet and then turn my Superflex fillet knife and go out from the cut to easily remove half of it. And see, there's basically no flesh left on the skin with all the skin still intact. And then I flip the fish around, do the same motion, little tugging, little pulling, but that knife just easily slides right beneath the flesh on the skin. Discard the skin, and that's everything that's left. Those 2 portions go straight to the kitchen. They're a little bit fattier than the portions that are presented in the display case, but I feel they make better quality fish for the menu. Well, that about wraps up my second how-to video. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like and a comment. Tell me what you guys think, and don't forget to follow. I will be doing these more. Thank you, and have a great day.